Welcome to today's training. We are going to talk about what it means when I say the beyond. Because if you want to come and you want to join this team and you want to join this movement, you gotta have an idea of what the beyond is. Like, why would you work for these things if you didn't know what you were working for? And so, with that being said, what is so exciting about that is you know what the beyond is. Energetically, I say beyond, and you know. I don't know, but I just know I like the energy behind that word. But due to conditioning and God outside of us, we go about our lives. You hear this, you hear me, then you go about your life. It's still there and you know it, but maybe it's never been translated. No. It's never been translated the way I'm going to translate it, because I am my own creation. Everything I do is source created through co-creation from what you see, what I put up here, what I put here, how much I open my heart, things like that. Everything that comes from me is coming from, yes, my studies, yes, my books, but I get the studies, I get the books because it has energetically been placed in front of me. Because I know the energy of beyond, I stopped and got to know it. I didn't go about my life. I stopped and got to really know the beyond, and it took me light language. Not even human language or human things. It took me light language and the cosmos to get to the point where I can really know from a matter of fact what the beyond is, what the one is. Okay? And that's not going to be accessible with the energy the way it is right now of the hierarchy. So I'm here, my life's work in my hologenetic profile, which is Project 44, all about teamwork, all about creating synergy, but literally in the world, okay? And energetically, I've been there. I know it's possible. If you do any kind of research on like the Sirius star planet, it is possible, okay? To actually have everybody working together. And it's gonna happen really fast because I have the Project 44. We are working on the steps to get to the beyond. And that's what I'm gonna share with you here. And then we'll see what comes out of me after that, okay? So let's talk about this. Now, we have the Rewire before, okay? So this, I'm only going to talk about the concept, how we do these things, we'll talk about in a different time. Okay, so this is the concept, this is the driver, this is the movement. From here, up here, to create on this physical plane, to create material in this physical plane. And so we do that through the body, okay? So that's why I have the rewire before. Rewire your brain, your body, your beliefs, and your perception of beauty. And I love the Rewire before because that gives you such a the concept of don't wait. Don't wait to start to rewire yourself and take your power back and be this amazingness that you truly are, that you know that you are. And so you just heard me say we got to take our power back. Well, that is a step. Okay, so, but in order for us to actually unlock that and open that up, we have to do things on this physical plane that's going to not make our nervous system feel good. It's going to make us sick. It's going to take our whole lives for a loop due to the nervous system, due to the brain and the conditioning and the reptilian brain. So Ascension Daily, my one-page playbook, every single month focuses on one thing to shift and change, to evolve, not change, but shift and love and bring light to evolve the reptilian brain. Every month I have one thing I'm going to imprint into that part of my brain. And it takes nervous system work. And oh my God, do you see this? Nervous system work is where the beliefs come in. Still the brain, but so we have the brain, we have the beliefs, and then we have the body. And the body is the wisdom. The body is the one that's telling these things. The body wisdom. And that body wisdom is found in your solar plexus. So, ultimately, when it comes to Project 44, we are on an assignment to reawaken the solar plexus system. And in that reawakening of the solar plexus system is when we will create the new human. Now, we've been created new. So there's no reason to think that we would not be able to do this when it comes to the science and the evolution of who we are today. There's more waiting for us. There is more waiting for us. But we gotta move through all of this entanglement that has been created due to the drama and the victimhood of life, being a human. And so when you have drama and you have victimhood, you have issues with your solar plexus. Your solar plexus and you probably don't have a very good relationship. Your emotions and your body and your mind, what's that relationship like, right? It's quite astonishing when everything comes down to that solar plexus and the expansion of the solar plexus. Now, it took me years of solar plexus work, like insane years of solar plexus work before I could unlock this knowledge and this technology. It was so much work, but my body wisdom had been telling me the whole time that that was something I needed to work on. I needed to work on my personal power. I needed to work on this. Anything that the solar plexus tells you you need to work on is communicating with the body wisdom, and the body wisdom's trying to communicate with you. We have been told to not listen to ourselves. So that's actually pretty foolish, okay? To just allow things to happen. And so because it would be so foolish it would ignite your nervous system. And from there, your nervous system, because of your beliefs, what are you believing in that moment that makes you shift from this attitude, from this perception into the fear-based, right? And the reason is because you're going to create a reaction in your nervous system. And if you are not aware of that point, then you're always going to be you're always going to be superficial, is really what it is, which is allowing the mind to make your decisions in life. And the mind is always going to keep you safe and the same. So you'll never change. And if you're not evolving, then we're all evolving. But there's going to get to a point where shit's gonna go backwards really, really fast, because there's just gonna be such a disconnect from one set of humans to another set of humans. Whether that's my lifetime or not, I don't know. But that's what I'm working for, okay? As many humans as possible get to the light. And with their bodies, not just their souls and their spirits. And this is what is called the Great Change. This is the golden age. This is the Eden that is installed in our cells as a deeply embedded memory. So we also have memories like that. Whoa, what? Yes, you have access to that too. And so the Great Change, the heaven on earth, the golden age, it's upon us. The new earth, things like that. And then this just rocks my world. This divine relaxation. Pure gold, divine relaxation. And how can you, as a human in this society, raised the way you've been raised, generation after generation after generation, be able to relax? Screw the divine for a moment. Relax. And I mean like relax. Shut the mind down. Be in the moment. That's what's going to preserve your human body. It's the thinking. So you are trying to relaxing, but here you are thinking. And that is one of the worst things we can do. What, Brooke, thinking? Yeah, because it takes us out of the present moment. It makes us think that we actually have control of something. And when we know that, we have self-awareness, but we know that the divine relaxation is what our heart is calling for. Because the only way you are going to be able to also reawaken that solar plexus and have the guts, because your guts aren't all busy trying to digest the life that you're not digesting, but in order to have the guts to open your heart, to be vulnerable to the suffer and pain and shame and guilt and embedded wounds from the past and the karmic BS, the unsaid conversations, all down, stuffed. You don't think they're still there? I don't ever see food when I see people overweight. Some people are so ignorant, and this is not this isn't a judgment, okay? But everything essentially is a judgment. But what I'm saying is we have been conditioned to think that we are overweight because of the food we eat. And if you're conditioned to think that, then they got you. So all they got to worry about is that you're going to continue to spend your whole life gaining weight and trying to lose it. Gaining weight and trying to lose it. That takes so much energy that you're never going to get beyond. And why? Because our physical body needs the work. And that's how we're going to be able to do this. And that's what I do with all the things that I talk about other places. But that's the chain of events here. And essentially, beauty is the freshness. The beauty is the journey of this. And the beauty is that we get to start out in the journey with beauty. And it all comes back to beauty. And it all comes back to us evolving the nervous system, evolving the brain and the emotional system and all of our systems. And that's the evolution. That's my position here. As all like one of the biggest positions I have on this freaking world is one, we work with every part of us and every part of our body, and we never want to get rid of anything because our body is our direct guidance system. Now, you think, bro, don't we connect to our highest self? What the hell are you connecting to your highest self for? This physical body. You're already there. You don't need it. Like, that's you. That's you. It's this physical body would be the purpose that we would want to have stable mental health. It's this physical body that we would even want to be in the spiritual realm. Because you can choose in the spiritual realm to just let your body go. Because in the spiritual realm, you don't need a body. Maybe that's not your mission to move the body with the evolution. Instead of leaving the body behind anymore, we're moving this body. It is possible. It's been done, okay? There's other people on this earth who are really doing this type of work as well. And so, energetically, it's really high vibe shifts. All I'm seeing is just like freaking lines upon lines upon lines upon lines, like extended beyond to the beyond. So I'm connecting to the beyond. I see it. But I've done the work on my brain. I've done the work on the nervous system to know that when my nervous system goes this way and I want to resist it, I go to my brain. And in that, I recognize that, oh, this is the old thinking, or this is actually my intuition. Old thinking, intuition, conditioning, knowing. Okay? Now, all that is so great, but we are not conditioned to know what the hell's going on. We have been just smogged. Like you could never know what's going on with you. But there is something the matter with you. What is the matter with me? Nothing. The only thing wrong with you is that you think something's wrong with you. So we have to reach. We have to reach far and beyond and say, God, when that opportunity comes in for me to have a say in the free will moment, can you stop me and create awareness in my life of what part of my brain is moving me? And we listen to our body then. But that's where it comes full circle. Is because we don't really know what we're doing down here. They know up there. You know up there. So this is all you, and you're working together. You're all working together. And that's why I have the avatars. That's why I have the avatars. Because I'm everywhere. And I don't have to be anywhere besides right here. Knowing that I walk the way every day. I walk the way every day. I walk the way every day, no matter how hard it is, no matter how much I don't fit in, no matter how much my identity gets threatened, no matter how much other people want to impose their evil on me, no matter what. Nobody's gonna ever mess with me because I have this down and I have that down. Thank you, God, for having such horrible anxiety that you knocked me right on my ass, and I didn't like any of the medicine. It made me more sick than anything. So I had only had the option to go on this deep healing journey to strengthen a nervous system when it comes to my actual genetics. Generation after generation after generation after generation. The reptilian brain is leadership, hierarchy, ego-driven love. Okay? So those things were associated with love. You fight till the end. And that's embedded in us. That's the stuff I talk about, the karmic baggage and like imagine what is in my fractal lines from what other people did karmically, right? Because it's so science, like there's, oh my God. And it's so fun because now you have the opportunity to just come in and unlock whatever is calling to be unlocked. And this is The great change. The biggest part of the Project 44 is learning to disentangle this web, this deep, deep embedded web. And what is this web? This is your drama. This is the drama. This is the drama of the life. This is the dramas that have been downloaded. This is the intensity of why, physically, why you think and are controlled by duality. This is why you are controlled by duality. This is why you have this one way or another mindset. And it's the furthest thing from freedom. The opposite of that is freedom. And so what is this? Well, this is every time you were low and you had to get high. And this was every time you were high for a second and then poof, all of a sudden, all you wanted to do was get back up there. All you wanted to do was get back up there. You're there for a second, boom, gone. Over and over, moment to moment to moment to moment. We are surrounded around this. Now, it could be good, right? Everything has its potential. But think about the dramas. Think about the drama in your life. Think about the drama movies. What are your favorite movies? I know my favorite movies is the drama because of the ups and downs. Now, we can go to a movie and we know that we're going to feel like this and we're going to feel like this, like we have some control over our emotions. But in real life, we don't see any of this really truly playing out. Because it takes a lot longer than a movie, right? And so, with that being said, follow anything I talk about with the great change. Start to learn the great change. Start to be the great change. Just start to ask, is this for me? What is the beyond? How do I feel? Am I waking up from hell? Am I really in hell? If you were born into hell and never knew anything different, you would never know that there was something different. Start having that mindset of what is out there. What's out there is what's been within you, and then that goes back to dualities and divine feminine and divine masculine inner child work. So we have so many ways to work through this. We have so many ways to work through this. I have found so many ways for you to be able to walk your way every day. Everyone has this. Everyone can do this. This is what is going to bring your soul joy. The freedom of the great change. That's what we're always, when you finally get to freedom, you're like, this is what I've been looking for. Here I thought it was going to look like that, and here I thought it was going to look like that, and here I thought it was going to look like that, but none of those things brought me the freedom. The freedom comes from doing this work. Because you don't do this for yourself. What? I thought there was like this self-love and do everything for yourself and self. That's when you start to know what the beyond is. Okay? So it's super fun. Again, when you start to roll with me, I'll always have paradoxes, and when you know, like, finally a paradox is what makes sense to you, you'll get it. But, and it's okay if you're like, dude, she says one thing 1 minute and then it's completely the same thing, but it's different. Yes. Okay. Teach that in the sugar talk. All right, bye guys. Enjoy. Let me know what you think. Let me know what kind of questions you have and where you can find this kind of training.